Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about Remembrance Day, Veterans Day, and being thankful for the freedoms we've been given. Okay, so yesterday was Remembrance Sunday, but it wasn't just any Remembrance Day. It was a special one because it marks 100 years since the end of World War I. So the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the fighting stopped. So years of fighting, and 16 million people died, and it came to an end. And we take this time every year to think about the people who have given their lives for our freedoms that we have today, not just in World War I, but in World War II and in other wars. And I believe in the States is Veterans Day, so we also think about the people who have served, whether they've given their lives or not, but they've taken part of their lives and put their lives on hold so they can serve a cause larger than themselves. And it's something we have to be grateful for all the time. So in the UK, we had a 2-minute silence at 11 o'clock, and I was driving, so I pulled over to sit and observe the 2-minute silence. And it makes you think a lot. I mean, as a former soldier, as a history student, my degree was in history, I think about the world wars a lot. Because I think the thing that was exceptional about them is that people were living their lives, and they were going about their lives, and they had to put everything on hold and go off and fight, and they weren't able to pursue their hopes and dreams maybe as much as they should. And when I think about it, I think, could that ever happen again? And the likelihood is that yes, it could. We can end up having a world war in the future, or some other catastrophe where we have to take our lives and put them on hold. So maybe it's a sick family member that you have to stop and take care of, or maybe you get ill, or maybe something will come up where you're not able to have the freedoms that you have today. And some of you guys are probably going through that right now. And I think about this a lot. If there was something that came up like that, and everybody had to drop what they were doing and go off and fight, what would we think about right now? What would we think about 2018? You know what I would think? I would think, what was I thinking back in 2018 when everything was going so well? I was complaining about my apps getting rejected. I was complaining about not getting enough downloads. I was complaining about this. I was complaining about that. And all the problems I have right now will seem so very, very small. So we might as well look at them as being small right now. Over the course of history, millions of people have given their lives for the freedoms that we have in the world today. And right now, around the world, there are soldiers and sailors and Marines that are putting their lives on hold so that we have the freedoms that we have today. So the worst thing we could do is squander the freedom that we have and the opportunities we have by feeling that we're stuck in a job that we don't like, or that we're doing something that we don't like, or we're complaining on a daily basis about the stuff that we don't have. We have to appreciate the freedoms that we have at the moment, the opportunities that are all around us, right? This video, not to be all Pollyanna about it, I want to make this video just to say how grateful I am to all the veterans who have served, and how grateful I am for all the people who have lost their lives for the freedoms that we have. And what I want you to think about today, what I'm hoping we'll think about today, and what I hope you thought about yesterday, how are you going to use those freedoms that have been given to you? Are you going to complain that they're not enough? Maybe you're in a job, or you have a boss that you hate. Maybe you have some other problems that are going to seem insignificant if we have a real catastrophe in the future. And some of you guys are actually going through these catastrophes now. Maybe you have a parent who's ill that you have to drop your life and take care of, or something like that. And you're probably thinking back to the times when times were easier and you wish you had done more. And for some of us, I'm embarrassed to say, life is going pretty good, and I might not be working as hard as I should. I might not be using the opportunities that are in front of me as much as I should. And it's a time to stop and reflect and think how lucky we are, and are we doing enough with the luck that we have. Happy Veterans Day in the States. Happy Remembrance Day everywhere else. Thank you so much to everyone who served, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.